road. I want the glass and the copper to carry the load. Flip the standby switch, watch the amber glow. Wait for the heat of the fire to start the show. The cabin is shaking, the floorboards are weak. Listening to the language that the speakers speak. It's a 9 transistors beaming with a blood red light, waking up the neighbors in the middle of the night. The tubes are screaming, they're starting to bleed, giving my soul every bit of the power I need. Can you hear the vintage valve roar, smashing through the windows and the heavy oak door? It's a saturated thunder, it's a lightning strike, the kind of analog rhythm that the rebels like. Hotter than a furnace, louder than a gun. The battle of the decibels has just begun. Valve roar. No digital mercy, no safety net. It's the purest kind of fever that you're gonna get. Feel the air moving, feel the pressure rise. You can see the electricity behind my eyes. 6 strings of wire and a box full of heat, making the pavement jump under your feet. It ain't about the fashion, it ain't about the fame. It's about the orange fire with the blue steel flame. Can you hear the vintage valve roar, smashing through the windows and the heavy oak door? It's a saturated thunder, it's a lightning strike, the kind of analog rhythm that the rebels like. Valve roar. Turn it to 10. Then turn it again. Feed the beast in the orange Can you hear the vintage valve roar, smashing through the windows and the heavy oak door? It's a saturated thunder, it's a lightning strike, the kind of analog rhythm that the rebels like. Let it burn, let it scream, the heart of the machine. Got a face like a map of 1,000 miles, a history hidden in the crooked smiles. Silver hair hanging like a mountain mist, with a heavy metal rhythm and a leather wrist. We don't need the neon, we don't need the gold, just a story of the iron that'll never get old. Black hat tilted, blocking out the sun winter has just begun. Can't hide the miles, can't hide the scars. We're the kings of the dirt and the basement bars. It's bed and bone, skin and steel, the only kind of truth that you're gonna feel. Grinding the gears, shaking the ground with the heavy duty low down outlaw sound. Bed and bone, yeah, we're carved from the stone. Bed and bone. The denim is faded and the boots are warm. Been a long, hard road since the day we were born. Six strings screaming like a ghost in the night, chasing down the ghost of the morning light. The drums are a heartbeat, steady and slow, feeding the fire in the engine below. Where the high voltage prophets of the amplified sin, let the spirit of the highway finally begin. It's bed and bone, skin and steel, the only kind of truth that you're gonna feel. Grinding the gears, shaking the ground with the heavy duty low down outlaw sound. Bed and bone. It's a heavy-duty vessel for the original sin, forged in the furnace of a black smoke town, built to take the heat and never let you down. I feel the vibration in the soles of my feet, 1,000 pounds of thunder moving down the street. Cast iron cylinders and a chrome-plated soul. God bless the rhythm of the heavy metal roll. No computer chip, no digital brain, just the fire and the oil and the clanking of the chain. Give me that old school iron, the heart of a beast and the roar of a lion. Heavy as the mountain, cold as the grave, the only kind of master that I'll ever crave. We breathe a gray in the midnight air, a silver frame for a restless soul, watching the shadows take their final toll. The flash of a camera, a moment in time, frozen in a rhythm and a dusty rhyme. No reds or blues to distract the eye, just the black of the ground and the white of the sky. A cloud of tobacco, a flash of the chrome. The monochrome desert is our only home. Oh, it's all silver and smoke tonight. Nothing is wrong and nothing is right, just a ghostly vibration in a static world, where the banners of the outlaws are finally unfurled. In the silver, in the smoke, living the life that the city folk broke. The curls of the haze dance around the strings like the silent ghosts of the songs we sing. Your eyes stay hidden behind the glass, watching the parade of the decades pass. Steel on the fingers, ash on the floor. The spirits are knocking at the studio door. We're painting the music in shades of the dark, looking for a flame, but we don't need a spark. Oh, it's all silver and smoke tonight. Nothing is wrong and nothing is right, just a ghostly vibration in a static world, where the banners of the outlaws are finally unfurled. Silver and smoke. Grain on the lens, ghosts in the den. Do it all over and over again. Oh, it's all silver and smoke tonight. Nothing is wrong and nothing is right, just a ghostly vibration in a static world, where the banners of the outlaws are finally unfurled. Gray on gray, fade away into the silver, into the smoke. a map of the places where the trouble began. Tattooed ink that's faded to blue, and a couple of rings that are older than you. These fingers have danced on a razor's edge, between the high heaven and the rocky ledge. They don't follow rules and they don't follow lines, they just follow the rhythm of the desperate times. One hand on the bottle, one hand on the wire, playing with the strings like they're made of fire. It's the outlaw's hand, steady and cold, a piece of the history that's never been told. It can fix a motor or break a heart, or tear a whole city completely apart. With the grip of a giant and the touch of a thief, it's the outlaw's hand, bringing no relief. Yeah, the outlaw's hand. I've seen him shaking after a long haul run, and I've seen him steady on a smoking gun. They got the grease of the garage and the salt of the sea, and they're the only thing left that is honest in me. Counting the cash or shuffling the cards, living a life that is lonely and hard. But when they hit the fretboard, they start to sing like they're the masters of every damn thing. It's the outlaw's hand, steady and cold, a piece of the history that's never been told. It can fix a motor or break a heart, or tear a whole city completely apart. Outlaw's hand. Fingers of fury, no judge and no jury, just the metal and the skin in a hurry. It's the outlaw's hand, steady and cold, a piece of the history that's never been told. It can fix a motor or break a heart, or tear a whole city completely apart. Look at these hands, they know where I've been, dirty with life, cleaned out by sin. The riff in my head is starting to hold. The ghosts in the corner are tapping their feet, while we're turning the sour into something sweet. No clock on the wall, no sun in the sky, just the electric hum and the glint in the eye. It's the graveyard shift, walking the the graveyard shift, making it real. Let it roll, just let it roll. It's the graveyard shift, making it real. Stitched up heavy with a double chain seam, living the wreckage of a blue-collar dream. The knees are bleached by the desert sun, and the pockets are empty when the race is done. Got a patch on the shoulder from a club I love, and a coat of gray from the skies above. You can tell where I've been by the clothes that I wear, with the road in the fabric and the wind in my hair. It's a uniform for the ones who roam across the state line, searching for a home. Oh, give me that denim and dust in the heart of the iron and the gears that I trust. We're wearing the miles like a second skin, ready for the places where we've never been. Denim and dust, it's all that I know. Wherever the highway decides to go. There's oil on the cuffs and mud on the boot, and the deep-seated anger of a stubborn root. I ain't looking for glory, I ain't looking for fame, just a life that ain't shackled to a fancy name. The jacket's getting tighter, the fabric's getting thin, but it holds all the stories that I keep within. From the a melody that I can't sing alone. It's got a silver-plated body and a heart of rusted wire, and it sounds like a sinner dancing in the fire. I bought it from a stranger at the edge of the swamp, where the air is heavy and the ground is damp. Now it speaks in a language that I shouldn't know, coming from the hollows where the dead men go. Hear the brass crying, hear the nickels scream, like a waking nightmare in a copper dream. Oh, it's the Resonator's ghost calling my name. A cold-blooded music with a white-hot flame. It's rattling my rib cage, it's chilling my bone. The loudest vibration I've ever known. Between the frets and the hollow shell, it's a little bit of heaven and a whole lot of hell. The ghost in the silver. When I slide the glass bottle down the rusty neck, I can feel the phantom of a total wreck. It sings about the gallows and it sings about the rain, and it's got a special rhythm for the back alley pain. It don't need no power, it don't need no plug. It's a deep-seated poison, it's a soul-stealing drug. And every time I play it, I lose a little more to the spirit living under that resonator door. Oh, it's the Resonator's ghost calling my name. A cold-blooded music with a white-hot flame. It's rattling my rib cage, it's chilling my bone. The loudest vibration I've ever known. The Resonator's ghost. I've ever known. The ghost is in the machine. The ghost is in the steel. Just listen to the way it feels. Stop making sense, and the air in the room is getting thick and dense. We've been chasing the rhythm since the sun went down. Now we're the only ones awake in this sleepy town. Pass me the bottle, keep the amber flowing. I don't really care where the hell we're going. Just a circle of brothers and a wall of sound, with our feet firmly planted on the sacred ground. The strings are warm and the spirits are high, under the watch of a charcoal sky. country high. The piano is dancing on the black and the whites, celebrating the neon and the studio lights. We got a pocket full of riffs and a soul full of grain, washing away the dust and the back alley pain. It's the only medicine that we're ever gonna need. Watching the heart of the music start to bleed. It's a midnight whiskey session, slow and easy, keeping the heart and the melody greasy. No pressure to win, no reason to fight, just burning the oil in the middle of the night. Woo! Whiskey session. Keeping the heart and the melody greasy. No pressure to win, no reason to fight, just burning the oil in the middle of the night. Just one more sip, keep that riff going. The night is young, even if we aren't. Tell them, look at the silver flowing down my back. It started out black as a midsummer night. Now it's pale as the moon and just as bright. Every inch is a highway, every strand is a year, a tangled up history of whiskey and fear. I don't cut the memories, I let them just grow, like the moss on the trees where the black rivers flow. Tries to catch it, the dust tries to hide, but I wear my time with a whole lot of pride. Oh, I got the long white beard blues tonight, shining like a beacon in the pale moonlight. It's a heavy old curtain for a heavy old soul, listening to the rhythm of the highway road. Long white beard, witness to the miles, covering the secrets and the crooked smile. I've seen empires crumble and legends go cold, while I stayed in the saddle just getting old. This beard seen the smoke of 1,000 bars and reflected the light of 1,000,000 stars. It's been soaked in the rain, it's been dried in the sun, a badge for the races that I've already won. If you want the truth, don't look at my eyes, just look at the frost where the wisdom lies. Oh, I got the long white beard blues tonight, shining like at the shield. The harvest is white in the killing field. I got the long white beard blues tonight, shining like a beacon in the pale moonlight. It's a heavy old curtain for a heavy old soul, listening to the rhythm of the highway road. A long white line on a long black road, just letting it grow.
There's a ghost in the wood of the fretboard neck, a memory of a life that went to wreck. Every time I bend the string, I hear a distant cry from a lonely highway under a violet sky. We aren't just playing notes, we're digging up the past, making sure the secrets are the things that's gonna last. Can't you feel the shiver when the minor chord hits? It's the sound of the world falling into bits. Don't look too close, don't listen too deep. There are things in the melody that were meant to sleep. Oh, there are shadows in the riff tonight, hiding from the sun and the neon light. A dark vibration in the hollow of the sound, dragging the truth from the cold hard ground. In the echo, in the hum, waiting for the final day to come. Shadows in the riff. The old men in the hats, they know the score. They've seen the black dog knocking at the door. They wrap their fingers round the wire and the bone and sing a heavy gospel that they can't sing alone. It's a voodoo rhythm, it's a hex on the ear, a beautiful disguise for the ancient fear. Every distorted howl is a soul set free, lost in the waves of a sonic sea. Oh, there are shadows in the riff tonight, hiding from the sun and the neon light. A dark vibration in the hollow of the sound, dragging the truth from the cold hard ground. Shadows in the riff. bite. Not the bark. Oh, there are shadows in the riff tonight, hiding from the sun in the neon light. A dark vibration in the hollow of the sound, dragging the truth from the cold hard ground. Watch the shadows move across the amplifier, behind the silver wire.
Cathedral, I wasn't raised in a pew. I was baptized in the engine oil and the Mountain Dew. My throat is like a chimney, my lungs are full of ash, but I can scream a melody that'll make the heavens crash. I don't need a golden altar or a preacher in a suit to tell me about the poison in the forbidden fruit. I just need a microphone and a wall of dirty sound to spread the word of freedom to the brothers all around. It's a broken down hallelujah from a throat of jagged stone, the only kind of prayer that I can call my own. Give me that gravel voice gospel, the sermon of the street, a low down rhythm for the weary and the beat. It's the truth of the bottle and the wisdom of the road, lightening the burden of the heavy duty load, shouting from the rafters, howling to the sun. The gospel of the outlaws has only just begun. Gravel voice gospel, amen. There's a crack in every note and a scar in every word, and a scar in every word. The loudest holy music that you've ever damn heard. We're the saints of the sidewalk and the martyrs of the bar, finding our salvation in a beat-up old guitar. Every rasp is a story, every growl is a fight, a flickering candle in the middle of the night. We ain't looking for forgiveness, we ain't looking for a prize, just a little bit of fire behind the tired eyes. Give me that gravel voice gospel, the sermon of the street, a low-down rhythm for the weary and the beat. It's the truth of the bottle, the wisdom of dusty hall, waiting for the highway in the midnight call. You seen the rain in Memphis, in the Texas heat, in the shadows of the outlaws on a one-way street. A brim pulled low to hide a weary eye, watching the clouds of a charcoal sky. It ain't just a fashion, it ain't just a rag. It's the crown of a man with a heavy-duty brag. Worn at the edge, stained by the years, a shield for the secrets and the salt of the tears. Oh, look at that dusty fedora, the king of the road and the stage and the aura. It's got a story in the field and the ghost in the band, the coolest damn thing in this godforsaken land. Tilted to the left, walk into the light, the master of the shadows is in town tonight. Dusty fedora, yeah, that's style. It's been stepped on in bar fights and soaked in the gin, but it always comes back to the original sin. It doesn't care about the trends or the modern day lace. It just wants to frame a rugged old face. When the lights go down and the guitars begin, it's the first thing out and the last thing in. A symbol of the era that'll never go cold, carrying the weight of the stories untold. Oh, look at that dusty fedora, the king of the road and the stage and the aura. It's got a story in the field and a ghost in the band. Dusty fedora. They don't make them like this anymore. Too much heart, too much history. Oh, look at that dusty fedora, the king of the road and the stage and the aura. It's got a story in the field and a ghost in the band, the coolest damn thing in this God-forsaken land. Pull it down low and let the world go. A man under the brim. The stage is empty and the lights are down. The circus has finally left this ghost of a town. The cables are tangled like a web on the floor, and nobody's knocking at the studio door. But if you hold your breath and you stay real still, you can hear the vibration